Hello? Is this Phoebe? It's Vanessa, Theo's mother. We met last weekend for lunch.
Oh, Vanessa, yes, this is Phoebe.
Oh, I'm so glad I got the right number. I asked Theo for it, but I wasn't sure if I had written it down properly. I'm sorry for messaging out of the blue. You're not busy, are you?
It's not a problem.
Oh, wonderful. There was just something that I wanted to discuss with you, if that's okay.
Of course, what's on your mind?
Well, last weekend, you said something that got me thinking a little bit.
What was it?
You said something about being an only child and raised by your father. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right.
I see. And where was your mother in all of this? Surely she was about, wasn't she?
No. It was just me and my dad.
So where was your mother during your childhood?
That's kind of a personal question, don't you think?
What? No, it's not. All I'm doing is asking about your childhood in an effort to get to know you better. I thought you would want to do the same, for the sake of Theo. Wouldn't it be good if his mother and his wife-to-be got along well?
Well, I guess.
See? So, you were just about to tell me where your mother was during your childhood.
It's a bit of a sensitive topic, but I guess if you really want to know. When I was younger, my mother left my dad and me for another man. She wanted to take me with her, but my dad said no. He didn't want me being raised by some stranger and a mother who was clearly more interested in said stranger than her own daughter. My mom tried to get custody of me anyway, but my dad fought her every step of the way. Eventually, he won the battle and gained full custody of me, and my mom left with her new boyfriend.
Oh, you poor thing. It must have been so hard, growing up without a mother. Men rarely know how to raise a child right.
Not really. My dad is a very kind and caring man. He always made sure I had what I needed growing up and taught me very important life lessons. I wouldn't have wanted it any other way.
Yes, of course, but still, surely you missed your mother. After all, there isn't anything quite like a mother's love. They know what's best for their children and are just better caregivers all around. I bet your dad had to hire nannies or carers to look after you a lot of the time, right?
No. Look, I'm not sure what the men you've been surrounded by are like, but my dad is amazing. He took responsibility for me, and even if it was tough being a single dad, he was more than happy to raise me by himself as he loved me.
Oh, there's no need to get so defensive, love. I didn't mean anything by what I said.
Well, okay then.
I'm just curious. When was the last time you saw your mother?
I don't know. Quite a few years ago now. Last thing I heard was that she had found another boyfriend and was living with him somewhere.
I see. Well, I must be going. I'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye.
Sure. Goodbye. Hello? Vanessa?
Phoebe? Why are you texting me?
Sorry to bother you, but is everything alright with Theo? He hasn't been responding to my messages at all, and he hasn't been home in days. The last message he sent me said he was staying with you. Is something wrong with him?
Are you really that clueless?
Excuse me?
Well, clearly you are, seeing as you can't even answer a simple question. What do you think it means when someone stops answering your calls and texts and moves out?
Hang on, move out? What are you talking about? Theo hasn't moved out.
You said yourself that he hasn't been to your house in days, not to mention all the ignored calls and messages. It's clear, isn't it? Theo has broken up with you and has called off the engagement.
What? What are you on about? Why would he do that?
Well, because I told him to.
You told him?
Yes, do try and keep up. I don't want to be explaining this forever.
Why would you do that?
Well, after what you told me the other day, I simply couldn't let my son marry someone with such a sordid background.
Sordid because my mother left my dad and me?
Well, yes and no. It's not so much that your mother left your dad.
What? You don't like the fact that I was raised by my dad?
Not really, no. A properly brought up child should have both parents to look after them. Being raised by just a father, well, let's just say that the child won't do the best in life, and is not someone whom I would want marrying my son.
So let me get this straight. You don't like me simply because I didn't have a mom growing up?
You make me sound so petty.
Well, it's the truth, isn't it?
If you want to put it that way, then fine. It's the truth.
I can't believe you. Well, regardless if you like me or not, it's not up to you if me and Theo get married, so you can just butt out.
Do you think that Theo doesn't know about this? That I am simply keeping him hostage? Sorry to burst your bubble, but my son actually agrees with me. He trusts my opinion, as he should, and knows I'm simply looking out for him.
I can't believe you. I'm texting him right now.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
Theo, are you there? I need you to answer me right now.
Hey, Phoebe.
Do you know what your mother's been saying to me? None of it's true, is it?
Well, you see,
Theo?
I'd hoped that my mom would have explained everything by now. I really didn't want to have to do this.
You mean to say that everything your mom has been saying is true? You're breaking off our engagement and couldn't even be bothered to tell me face to face? I mean, you couldn't even be bothered to tell me at all. You had your mom do it.
Please don't get so angry. I didn't want to hurt you.
Just tell me why. I thought we were happy. Are you really just going to do what your mom tells you? Are you really happy living like that?
Well, she's my mom. I don't want to upset her, and besides, she's just looking out for me. She thought that our marriage wouldn't really last that long and that you wouldn't be a good mother to any children we had, as you yourself didn't have a great role model. And, I guess I kind of agree with her.
You really think I would make a terrible mother?
That's not what I meant.
Oh, then what did you mean?
Look, I just don't think we're gonna work out. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is.
Fine. If that's how you want to play it, then consider yourself single. I'll leave the rest of your stuff outside on the drive. You might want to pick it up before the bin men do.
Come on, Phoebes, don't be like that.
Goodbye, Theo. I hope your mom makes you very happy.
Hello. Sorry for messaging out of the blue, Phoebe, but I was hoping we could talk.
Well, this is a surprise. We have nothing to talk about though, so I don't know why you're messaging.
Please, just hear me out.
Okay then.
I just wanted to apologize for the way I behaved a couple of months ago. I had absolutely no right to say what I did to you. I mean, I had only met you once after all. That's hardly any time to get to know someone.
Oh, I don't know. I think I know you quite well.
Aha, yes. Well, I just wanted to say I was sorry, and that perhaps we could all start over again. Theo is so upset. He has missed you like crazy and would love nothing more than to give your relationship another try. What do you say?
I say that I think you have seen how well my latest movie has done, and that you're trying to worm your way back into my life to take advantage of my new fame and money. Is that about right?
What? How could you accuse me of such things? I truly just thought that I should apologize for my appalling behavior.
Well, thank you for the apology.
Of course. So, with that matter settled, would you reconsider marrying Theo? He has missed you greatly and would be honored if you gave him a second chance. Perhaps you could even invite some of your new film friends to the wedding? I would love to meet them.
Ah, there it is. I was wondering how long it would take before the real reason you messaged me presented itself.
What do you mean?
You don't care about me nor what you did to me. All you're interested in is using my fame to get close to other famous people. Well, it's not going to work. I am not interested in taking Theo back, not after the way he handled things. He left me humiliated and having to explain to all of my friends and family what had happened.
I'm very sorry, dear. But I really think that you should move on from that now. It's been 3 months after all.
You know what? You're right. I should move on from it.
That's wonderful. So I'll set the date for the wedding?
No. You can lose my number and move on with your life. I want nothing to do with you or your family again.
What?
I'm happy in my new life. And just because I'm doing well does not mean that you get to try and come back into my life to leech off of it. I actually need to thank you though.
What for?
If it wasn't for you telling your son not to marry me, I would be miserable right now. Instead, I am living my best life without a spineless mama's boy dragging me down. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm busy and need to get back to work. Have a nice life.
Wait, Phoebe, please.
Goodbye, Vanessa. Phoebe went on to have amazing success in her acting career. After she and Theo broke up, the young woman was able to spend her time focusing on what she was passionate about, which led her to gaining lead roles in huge films. It was during one of these films that she met the love of her life. He was a fellow actor who felt the same about Phoebe. The two ended up getting married and had a wonderful family together. As for Vanessa and Theo, Phoebe's ex-fiancé ended up moving in with his mother after he and Phoebe broke up. He was unable to progress in his career due to his lazy tendency of letting his mom sort everything out for him. This meant that Theo only had a small wage coming in, one that he definitely couldn't afford to live off of on his own. Eventually, Theo ended up marrying a woman who he accidentally got pregnant. Vanessa was horrified at the turn of events and tried to stop them. However, Theo felt that it was important for the baby to have both parents around and married her anyway. Sometimes karma really does exist. Hey Jason, guess what?
Oh, hey sis. Nice to hear from you too. Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, whatever. Look, do you want to know my news or not?
Alright, what is it?
I'm gonna be a model! Isn't that exciting?
Whoa, a model? That's great. But I thought you went to college to study medicine. How did this happen?
Well, actually, it's a really funny story. I was out with my friends the other night, having a few drinks and dancing and stuff.
So, just a regular Tuesday evening for you then.
Oh, ha ha. Anyway, while we were out, some guy called Darren came up to me and told me I would make a beautiful model. He said that I was way too pretty to be a doctor, and the man got a point, right? So he gave me his card and told me to get in touch. So, I called him the next day, and he said he would get me in touch with some real big names in the industry. We just have to do a few promo shoots before. Cool, right?
Are you sure that's legit?
What do you mean?
Well, doesn't it all just seem a little shady to you? Some random guy from a nightclub coming up to you and randomly giving you his card to become a model? It just doesn't seem like a proper deal to me.
Ugh, why do you have to ruin everything?
What?
Like, I tell you this amazing news, and you just need to find something wrong with it and put me down. Classic, Jason.
That's not true at all. I'm just trying to look out for you and make sure that you're not getting yourself into some shady business that could ruin your life.
Oh wow, so me modeling is going to ruin my life? Nice to know you have faith in me.
No, that's not what I meant.
At least I'm doing something with my life.
What's that supposed to mean?
What do you think? All you do all day is laze around the house. I mean, seriously, when are you going to stop being such a freeloader and actually get a job in a...
Is that really what you think of me? That I'm just some lazy freeloader?
Well, yeah. You got fired like a year ago. And instead of getting back out there and looking for something new, you've done nothing. Staying at mom and dad's house, eating their food, using their stuff. I bet you don't even pay rent. It's really sad. At least I'm doing new things and enjoying my life. So it's not my fault that you're jealous that I'm getting noticed and will have an amazing career in modeling.
Wow. Tell me what you really think, huh?
I'm just being honest. Sometimes the truth hurts. Maybe you should do something about it if you're not happy with how things are.
Whatever.
Look, I'm just trying to look out for you.
Oh yeah? How's that?
It's obvious, isn't it? Mom and dad are going to get sick of you eventually, if they haven't already. I'm just trying to help you see the problem before it ruins your relationship with them. At the end of the day, it's their home. Seriously, you need to become more independent.
Has mom told you this?
Well, no, but you know I'm closer to her than you are. I can tell what she thinks.
Uh-huh. Sure. Hey, Mom.
Oh, hey, sweetie. How are you? Did you hear about your sister's new job?
Oh, yeah, she told me about it earlier.
Isn't it great? Oh, I can just see her on the front cover of magazines and in the news. Maybe she'll even get to go to those Fashion Week things. Do you think she'd take me with her if I asked? I've always wanted to go to Paris.
Yeah, I don't see why she wouldn't. Actually, Mom, I actually wanted to discuss something that Millie said earlier. It left me feeling a bit upset.
Oh, what was it?
She said that I was freeloading off of you and Dad and that I was basically wasting my life. Why would she say that?
Oh, I'm sure she didn't mean it. You know how she can get sometimes.
Yeah, but where'd she even get the idea that I'm freeloading off of you from? I mean, you know that's not true, right?
Of course I know that. Look, your sister's going through that phase where she thinks she knows everything. She's just discovering her own independence in college, and she probably thinks it's a bit weird that you're living at home still when you could be doing so much more with your life.
Is that what she thinks or what you said to her?
What? No, I never said anything like that. Don't be silly. Look, just give your sister a little bit of time to settle into her new life and pursue this modeling thing. It could be just the thing that everybody...
Yeah, sure. Fine.
Jason, are you there? Jason, get your lazy butt out of bed already and answer me. It's an emergency.
What, Millie? I'm busy.
Doing what? Waking up?
No.
Whatever. Just stop whatever non-important thing it is that you are doing and listen to me. I need your help.
What's wrong?
I need you to move out of mom and dad's house. Like, ASAP.
What?
Ugh, what's so hard to understand about that? You need to move out because I need to move back in.
What are you on about? Why do you need to move back in?
Something's happened at college and I need to go home for a while.
Okay, well, your room is still here, so you can just move back in, and I'll stay in my room.
No, you need to move out because my friend is coming to stay as well.
What? Why?
Ugh. Look, you know that modeling thing I told you about a few months ago?
Yeah?
Well, things were going great for the first few weeks, but then Darren said that he just needed a little bit of money to get things going and to get people to notice us and use us for their photo shoots. But he kept asking for more and more And first I thought that was fine, because starting a business does take money, right? But recently, I haven't been able to get in contact with him at all. It's like he's ghosting me. And to make matters worse, I kind of skipped a bunch of lessons and fell behind on my studies because of it, so the college kicked me out. I also used my student loan to pay Darren the money he needed, and so did my friend Louise, so we're in a bunch of debt.
Oh, wow. That's quite a mess you've gotten yourself into. I did try to warn you that it might not be the best idea.
I don't need your I told you so right now. Just make sure you've moved out by this weekend. Louise is having your room.
Whoa, hold up a second. I don't think so.
What?
Well, this is my home too. You can't just kick me out.
Ugh, why are you being so selfish?
I'm being selfish?
Yes, I'm your little sister and I should get priority. You've been a freeloader at home for long enough now. I need the rooms at Mom's, so I'm going to have them. Period. You'll just have to find somewhere else to doodle around on your laptop all day and waste time.
I don't just doodle on my laptop. You have no idea what I actually do.
And I don't care. What could a loser like you know about living a good life?
Unlike you, the moron who gave away all of her money to a scammer?
Did you just call me a moron?
Well, it's true.
Just you wait.
Jason, I'm very disappointed in you.
Mom? What are you on about?
How could you speak to your sister that way? She's already going through a really tough time and she doesn't need you bullying her to make things worse.
Bullying her? I've done nothing like that.
Don't lie to me. She showed me the texts. How could you call your own sister a moron?
That's what this is about? Mom, she gave all of her college loans to a scammer. It's not exactly smart, is it?
Anybody could have been fooled. You're being such a selfish and horrible big brother. Why can't you just do as she asked?
And what, move out? To where? And why should I? I have just as much right to live in that house as anyone else. In fact, I think I have more right to live there than either you or Dad.
Jason, how could you say such a horrible thing? This is the house that we brought you up in, your father and I, so it is ours. Or do you not remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
So it is up to us to decide who lives there or not.
Well, it would be had you not defaulted on your mortgage payments and asked me to pick up the slack after you and Dad lost all your money gambling. My name's on the lease too, or do you not remember that?
Fine, if that's how you want to play, then me and your father will buy you out. We'll take over the mortgage fully, but if we do this, then you are to leave the house immediately and not come back to live here ever again, okay?
So, let me get this straight. You'd rather pay me thousands of dollars to kick me out rather than have me live with you, all because Millie, your favorite child, said she wants her friend to come and stay instead of me?
That's not fair. I love you both. You can still come back to visit. It's not like I'm telling you to leave the family. But it's time you got your own place too.
You know what? Don't worry about it. You've always openly favored her over me. I don't think I want to be associated with such heartless people, even if you're supposed to be my family. I have a lawyer get in touch to sort out the mortgage, and then I'll be out of your hair for good.
There's no need to be so dramatic.
Dramatic? No, I'm just being honest. After this, you won't hear from me again. Sorry to have been such a burden to you. Well, you win, Millie. I hope it was worth it. My room will be cleared and empty by tomorrow.
Glad you finally saw sense. Maybe this way you'll be motivated to get up off your butt and actually do some work.
Actually, just to let you know, all this time you thought I was lazing around on my computer, I was actually creating a brand new game. In fact, earlier today you sent me all these rude text messages. I had a meeting with some high-end executives from a pretty big gaming company who love my idea and want me to work with them. They've already given me quite a bit of money for the idea alone. They say it's going to be the next big seller and will make a lot of money.
What?
Oh, and just a heads up, you'll be expected to take over my mortgage payments on Mom and Dad's house once you move in.
Wait, what are you on about? What mortgage payments?
Well, a couple years ago, Mom and Dad lost all their money gambling. They didn't sell you as they didn't want it to affect you getting into college. I've been helping them pay off the mortgage and all of the bills in the house. Not to mention all the household chores that I did for them. Those will be up to you and Louise as well.
But I don't have the money to do that.
Not my problem. Maybe you should get off your lazy butt and get a job. You're gonna need one.
Well, now that you've got a lot of money and a stable job, couldn't you just keep paying the bills? I mean, we are your family. Don't you want to help us?
You mean like how you helped me by kicking me out of my home? Nah, I'm good. Looks like you're all gonna have to figure things out for yourself from now on. I'm not giving any of you another dollar.
Jason, wait.
Don't bother messaging me again, I won't respond. I'm doing as you said and moving on with my life. And that means cutting out all the negative and toxic people who were in it.
Why are you being so harsh?
I'm just being honest. Sometimes the truth hurts, but maybe you should do something about it if you're not happy with how things are. See ya.
Hey Daniel, where are you? I can't see you anywhere.
Huh?
Well, I've just come out of the bathroom and you're not where you were when I left. Have you gone into a shop or something?
Oh, no, I'm not in shop.
Okay then, where are you? I mean, if we're not quick, we're going to miss our tour, so we don't really have time for you to be playing hide and seek right now.
I've already left.
What? You've gone? What do you mean by that?
I mean exactly what I said. I've left and gone on the tour myself. I arrived early at the place and the tour guide took the group early so that we could get more time looking around and stuff.
But what about me?
What about you?
What am I supposed to do now? You've just gone and ditched me?
Oh, that's not my fault. You're the one who took forever in the bathroom. Not everyone can work around your schedule, you know. Just because you're in a wheelchair doesn't mean I should have to be late to things or miss them entirely simply because they're not handicapped accessible. I mean, take this tour for example. There's no way that you would have been able to come and look at everything because there are steps everywhere and rocky paths. You'd have had to stay by the bus, which means I would have been expected to stay with you and miss out on this incredible piece of history. How's that fair to me?
When have I ever stopped you from doing something simply because I'm not able to do it? I would have found something to do if that's what you wanted. I don't need you babysitting me all the time.
Well, great. That means I can go and do whatever I want for the remainder of this trip, and you can go and do whatever you want. I won't have to deal with your disability and get stopped from doing all the fun things that I want to do.
Me going and looking at something else whilst you're enjoying a tour is completely different to ditching me for the entirety of our trip. How can you be so selfish and callous? I mean, it's not like I want to be disabled. I can't help it though, and being my husband, I thought you'd at least try and sympathize with me and help me make the best out of a bad situation.
Why should that be my job? I'm not the disabled one, so I shouldn't be punished simply because you are. I want to enjoy my life and actually have fun whilst I can. I mean, we can't even go for walks in the woods because of your stupid chair. It's so annoying. I've had enough.
Are you seriously saying that to me right now? I can't believe you. You're actually going to ditch me in a foreign country whilst you go gallivanting off doing God knows what? Do you not care what happens to me at all?
Well, to be honest, now that you've asked, no, not really.
What?
I've been wanting to say something for a while now, actually, but ever since you became disabled, I've really not been happy with you. Everything we do has to center around you and your wheelchair. If a place I've been really wanting to go doesn't have wheelchair access, then we simply can't go. It's frustrating, and I don't want to let you hold me back anymore. If I want to do something, then I'm gonna do it, regardless of whether you can or not. So, yeah, I'm gonna ditch you in a foreign country because I want to go and explore all the sites and attractions that I can, which will probably involve quite a few that you wouldn't be able to participate in. I'm not gonna let you and your chair dictate what I can and can't do anymore. It's as simple as that.
Wow. Well, if you've been feeling like this, then why haven't you said anything to me? We could have talked things through and tried to figure out our new situation together. I know me becoming disabled has been quite a difficult transition to get used to for you, but it's not like it's been a walk in the park for me either, literally. I've had my own frustrations and annoyances. We could have talked about it all. In fact, why don't you come and meet me after the tour and we can actually have a proper conversation about everything? We can figure this out together. We don't need to act petty and selfish because this is a new situation for both of us.
No,
What? Why not?
because everything I need to know already. I know that if I stay with you, then my life is going to be full of compromises and trying to do everything to accommodate you. I mean, we've even had to modify our home. I don't want ramps or stair lifts or anything in the house. That's for old people. How can I invite my friends over when all of that old person's stuff is everywhere? It'd be really uncomfortable for everyone. So, I've decided that after this trip, when we get back to the States, I'm gonna divorce you.
Divorce? That's seriously what you want to do? You don't even want to try and figure this thing out together?
Not really. It'll just be a waste of my time.
Gee, thanks. Whatever happened to in sickness and in health? Or do those vows just mean nothing to you?
Yeah, well, you weren't disabled when I said that. If you had been, then I never would have actually married you. I wouldn't have willingly ruined my life like that.
Nice to know you think I've ruined your life. What was even the point of bringing me on this trip then if you felt so strongly about leaving me?
Well, I mean, if I'm honest, I couldn't have paid for a 2-week trip in Europe by myself. You earned quite a bit of money, and the fact that you paid for everything was exactly what I needed. Now that we're here, I can go and do whatever I want. Frankly, after everything you put me through, I think I deserve it.
You're despicable. If that's how you want to act, then fine. Just come and give me my bag and we can both move on with our lives and never have to have anything to do with one another ever again.
No, I don't think so.
What?
I'm not gonna give you your bag back.
You can't just ditch me in a foreign country and steal my purse. That's got my passport and all my money in it.
I know.
What?
Well, I figured that with all the trouble that you've caused me with your wheelchair and everything, I would use your money to finance the rest of my trip.
You can't do that.
Actually, I can. Think of it as a compensation for all the trips that I've had to miss out on and all the places that I haven't been able to go to because of you. I think I deserve to have a little bit of fun, and you can pay for it as a way to make up to me for the trouble you've caused me.
If anyone needs to apologize here, it's you. You're acting so horrible to me. I can't actually wait to get home and divorce you.
That's if you can get home. I mean, you're not going anywhere without your passport, which I have with me here. Looks like you're gonna be stuck here, and not just because of your wheelchair. To be honest, it saves me the trouble of ever having to see you again, so it's a win for me. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. I've got lots more to do with my day, and it doesn't involve staying on the phone and texting Cripple all day. Who knows, I might even find a cute girl to spend my time with. There is one who's been flirting with me a lot on this tour. Maybe I'll see where it goes.
You're actually telling me that you're going to cheat on me? Are you really that stupid? You don't even know that woman. She's stupid. You don't even know that woman. She could be planning all sorts of things.
I hope so. It's been a while since I've had some fun. I mean, it's not like you can do anything now.
You know what? Whatever. I don't care what you do. I'm done with you and your revolting ways.
Yeah, whatever. Good luck trying to get home.
Don't you worry about me. I'll be just fine. You're the one who should be worried. With how stupid you are, I wouldn't be surprised if you got easily taken advantage of.
As if that would happen. I'm much smarter than you. In fact, I was so confident in my plan that I didn't even bring my own money and cards because I knew I'd be able to get yours. That's how amazing I am.
You didn't bring your own money?
Nope. Why would I need it when I have yours?
Oh, you simple idiot. Thank you for letting me know that.
Huh?
Nothing. You just really brightened my day. Now, if you don't mind, I have an important call to make. Did you know that most banks will encourage you to report any cards that have been stolen or lost to make sure they don't get used? And they'll lend you a little bit of money if you're in a foreign country so that you're not left stranded? It's remarkable what banks can do nowadays, isn't it?
Wait, no, Ella, hang on. Don't do anything drastic now.
Have a nice trip.
Wait, come back. Ella! Ella, what the hell? Hey, don't ignore me. Ella!
What do you want?
What do I want? I want to know why my house has been sold and where you've gone.
Why do you care where I am? It's not like you're my husband.
What? Don't be ridiculous. Yes, I am.
Actually, no, you aren't. Not anymore. I filed for divorce like 2 weeks ago. As soon as I got back from Italy, actually. It was quite easy, especially after I showed my lawyers what you did to me whilst we were lawyers, what you did to me whilst we were away. They were very eager to help me win my case and leave you.
Hang on. Lawyers?
Yeah. When I showed them how you had treated me and had stolen my money and passport, they immediately began to help me get the divorce proceedings underway. I don't think they wanted to see me married to you any more than I wanted to stay married to you. I've left the papers with your mom, along with the rest of your stuff from the house. You should be hearing from my lawyers soon about compensation as well. From the way they were talking, it looks like you'll be paying me a lot of money in compensation.
What? Hang on a sec. Let's not be too hasty. We can talk about this. Maybe we don't have to get divorced. We can find a way to live with your disability. Let's just talk about this, okay?
No, I don't think so.
What? Why not?
I gave you every chance to talk to me to try and sort things out whilst we were away. But you wanted to steal my things and leave me stranded. Thank goodness I was able to get to the embassy so that they could help me get back home. Now that I'm back, all I want to do is get you out of my life for good. I don't need someone so selfish, horrible, and downright vile in my life.
But what about the house?
Well, considering the house was in my name, I thought that I would sell it and move somewhere better.
But what about me?
That's your problem now. I don't have to be your carer anymore. I can finally live my life freely and how I want to without having to pay for you. Anyway, my lawyers say that I shouldn't talk to you anymore. If there's anything you want to say, you'll have to do it through them. Goodbye.
No, wait!
The divorce quickly went through due to all of the evidence that I had over text that Daniel had sent me whilst we were away. He was also ordered to pay me quite a lot in compensation for how he treated me. Since then, I found a new home that is more suited to my needs. I've also met someone new who actually appreciates me for me and doesn't let the fact that I'm in a wheelchair bother him. It's been difficult adjusting to my new life, but it hasn't stopped me from living.